and roulade.
Well, can everyone hear me? You set up the tablet. Greetings, everyone. How's everyone's Monday going? Anybody just watch the Bills take down the Steelers? I am not a Steelers fan. As a Cardinals fan, I'm still bitter, all these years later. So nice to see the Steelers lose. It says can hear. That is good to hear. Well, those of you who don't know what we're doing today, one of my great channel members sent this blind to a lot of other channel members, and we are going to be partaking in this together. Now, if you don't have this blind in front of you, don't worry about it. I'm sure it's going to be very fun to watch in general because it is a double blind, and we're going to be challenging each other to see who can do the best. The top channel member will be getting a free Your Drinking Buddy t-shirt to whoever wins this blind. And yeah, so it'll be really fun to watch. And it's a fun way to see what community we're growing here on YouTube. And if you're not a channel member, you might consider joining because you can do stuff with us like this in the future.
And YDB Wifey is here as well.
I made her. I had to bribe her.
You did.
So what do I have in glass one here? This is the blind in front of me, but in this glass I have, it is Juhan. This is a sample that was given to me by Patrick as well. Meticulously custom blend of 3 whiskeys. It is named after a prospective character in his book, has been carefully balanced, tasted, and tested to represent his characteristics, cunning, intellectual, purposeful. It is weighted average of 117.3 proof. And it has a nice nose on it. Anybody else have Juhan in front of you? Am I saying that right, Patrick? Got a little spicy thing on here, like French oak type vibes. Oh, a little bit of a creme brulee thing, like toasted sugar.
Juhan.
Jahan?
Jahan. Okay. Oh, that is.
Next time, make Josh wear a Chiefs shirt as payment for your services. Okay, but I did try to have him make a bet with me that if we make it to the Super Bowl, that he would have to wear Chiefs stuff for his next live stream. I feel like that's a pretty good bet.
I take the field and I get to buy a really expensive bottle of whiskey. I might go in on this.
All right. TBH.
This is really good, Patrick. Loaded up with the French oak really comes through on here. There's definitely French oak in here. It's got a great syrupy viscosity to it. It's a lot of cinnamon, almost giving me not quite in that Amberana territory, but enough cinnamon to where my mind went to that direction. What is that thing doing in here?
But he wanted to sit in my lap.
My chihuahua's in here. But yeah, this is really tasty. Everybody have their blinds poured up and ready to go?
I probably can wait just a couple of minutes. I think it's 6:01 right now.
Oh, okay. It's only 6:01.
Yeah.
What does everyone else think of Jahan? Jahan. Because I dig it, and I definitely think it's an improvement off of batch 1, Patrick. So I liked batch 1, but this is even better.
Yeah, I think everybody's saying brown sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost to the molassesy territory.
Yeah.
That'll be sitting here. We will finish that throughout the night.
Make sure to hydrate.
Yep.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah, all the things that we're required to say. But yeah, I think this weekend was a pretty fun weekend for football. I mean, most of the games were blowouts, but at least the Rams-Lions made a game of it last night. And then, they have the let's see if the Eagles and Bucks can give us something fun tonight. I know that's going to be going on semi at the same time as this, so maybe you're watching on your phone and watching that on your TV. It doesn't offend me.
I mean, I would watch just for Jason Kelsey, but we know that.
Well, I will be rooting for the Bucks and my man Baker.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah.
I don't know. I like Baker Mayfield. Probably all those State Farm commercials. Not State Farm. All those.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I know. What was Baker? He was Farmers. Anyway, he had funny insurance commercials.
Yeah. Patrick says, so an overall theme for this blind, I will be providing hints with each glass, and then if YDB is okay with it, if you somehow guess the theme, you can double your points for the whole blind.
I'm all for it.
The hints will be in the chat. I will probably call them out too if I see them. Duncan says, "Go Bucks," and Clayton Mitchell says, "A man after my own heart, a fellow Baker fan."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's looked pretty decent for the Bucks. So, and meanwhile, the guy that they traded for to get him or to get rid of him in Cleveland was Deshaun Watson, who's been absolutely terrible every time he's put on a Browns jersey. So,
yes, as you can tell, we are Cardinals fans and Chiefs.
Well,
fans.
I'm a Cardinals fan, and she's Chiefs
fan. I am
fan.
a Cardinals fan. I would say that's my division team. I would say that.
I'm gonna get my paper out. So he did say that you double your points for the if you can guess the theme, so that'll be fun to look for. Look for the theme as you're drinking, because that's worth a lot of points if you can find it. Definitely going to be giving away a T-shirt for the channel member who can get the highest point sum. And so today we're looking for 1 point for type, 1 point for distillery, 1 point for proof, 1 point for finish, bonus point for a bottle guess, and there is a theme. And he said it won't be something like they're all barrel proof. It is more abstract than that. So maybe it's a specific flavor in here. Maybe these are all things that remind him of his favorite TV show or movie. I have no idea. But he will reveal a theme or he said it earlier. He'll give us a clue to the theme through each one. And he's the only one that knows what we have in our glasses.
I think Ben's already taking a stab at it. He says it's the jersey for the Browns. That's the only way that I read that context, just because. Yeah.
I like it. So we have in glass one something that smells really good and syrupy. Ooh, I don't know what I got here, but I'm going in.
No, nothing on the nose.
I was tempted to keep my tasting notes to myself, but I won't be doing that because that would make for a boring live stream. So I can't do that. Often in double blinds, I don't, if I'm doing them against somebody, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's got so actually some similar notes that I got on Jahan. There's some cinnamon and brown sugar here, bourbon vanilla, and definitely something that I would describe as freshly baked. So I don't know if that's like pie crust, maybe. I dig it.
All right. Sample a hint is the whiskey is our home.
Interesting.
Got a few congrats on 10K in here from Hanging AZ, Mark, and Alfred Yazzie.
Welcome anyone who's not taking part in this blind. Like I said, it'll be very cool. Oh, hey, Mark's in here.
Yeah.
Cool. That's the master distiller from Whiskey Del Bach. Thanks for joining here, Mark. Anyway, so we are going to be tasting along these whiskeys, but if you don't have this flight in front of you, it'll still be fun to see how it all shakes out. And I'm going to be sharing some of my thoughts on here, and I don't know if that spoils it for other people, but this one is kind of giving me vibes of, well, maybe I shouldn't say what I think it is. We'll come back to it because I'll say later.
Yeah.
But I'll give tasting notes. Yeah, I wrote it down.
Yeah, for sure.
I actually think I have a bottle guess for this. Probably wrong. I'm always wrong, but
92% of the time, you're right.
Yeah, I'm like Sex Panther. I work 60% of the time every time.
Whiskey Shaman says he has no power at his house.
Oh no! Oh, that sucks, bud. Yeah, you're in Texas, right? I always hear like horror stories of the Texas power system because anytime there's like a strong wind, the power goes out for like half of Texas. Oh, Tim's here.
Is that who this is?
So we got a lot of cool people here. I'm going into glass 2. Sorry. Ooh, this one's a little more dank. This is a little darker. This is like a dark fruit, like cherries and like blackberries.
Tim says his spinal transplant was a success.
Yes, I always hear those are very minimal complications on those. Is this a whiskey? Are they all whiskeys? They're all whiskeys, correct, Patrick?
So Patrick says, sample behend, this whiskey is our voice. So this is very like poetic.
He's a very poetic guy. He's one of those people who I don't know if anyone's ever told him he's a genius, but he's definitely a genius, that type of thing.
Guess who's calling you right now?
Who's that?
I'll text her.
Oh, my mom is calling me while I'm in the middle of my live stream. That sounds about right. So our voice is the clue.
All of them are whiskeys.
Well, this
Kevin says it's absolutely freezing here in Texas. Everyone is sliding all over the roads. You can tell we don't get this much here.
This is giving me rum finished vibes. I'm throwing that out there. I don't know if that's going to ruin it for some people, but this one's giving me rum finished vibes.
Brian says he's getting pecans. And then Gavin with the freezing, like definitely we had like a good cold front here for a week and a half, I want to say. And I was like not okay with it. My office, we hadn't turned the heat on because we don't usually turn heat on in Arizona. And so my office was like super freezing. And I did not like it at all. I prefer the good like 60 degrees, 65 degrees, not whatever 30 degrees was going on.
There was a couple days where I always walk my kids to school, and there was a couple days where I was like, you know what, kids, get in the car, we're driving. Because I was like, I'm not walking in, 15 degrees. It wasn't that cold. It was probably like 25, but still, that's about as cold as it'll ever get here.
Yeah, and God bless my cousins because we're Chiefs fans. So the reason we're Chiefs fans is because I have family in Kansas City. My dad is from Kansas City, and I definitely had family at that game yesterday. And so
they win.
I did not envy them. They took pictures. Ooh. They were in like big bunny suits and
C has dates.
I was like, wait, you've got some B people. So
okay.
B's bonkers. You gotta
bonkers.
Slow down. So nose is rum, but the palate doesn't scream rum to me. Intense vanilla on the nose. Yeah, I know, right? I'm allowed to be a Chiefs fan, and then my son is also a Chiefs fan. But yes, we're from Kansas City. That's my dad's side of the family. So, curious what you think about the New Mexico stuff, if you've had any. And hi, Ryan.
Ryan.
What about New Mexico stuff? Anything?
New Mexico whiskeys. No, nothing actually. I know there's the single malt distillery in New Mexico that's supposed to be really good. I have not had anything from there though.
All right, I'll have to. I guess that's.
How about you, Mark? Have you had anything from the single malt distillery in New Mexico?
And Spirit of the Cocktail says it's his first snow in 3 years.
Really, in New York?
We had snow last year. That was pretty fun. Like remember that one day like snowed like 2 inches.
Yeah, that was it was New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, right? Oh.
It was like in January or February.
Yes.
Cold Keegan.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I guess I'm on C now.
Yeah, the nose is really just giving me so much like dates and raisins, like dried fruit vibes. Mm.
Yes, Ryan. He said good and single malt in the same sentence.
I'm going holy moly on the hey, I like the American single malts and some Irish stuff. I'm going wow, sorry. I got really distracted by this. There's a lot going on here. This is a wonderful mouthfeel. It's super syrupy. This is really good. Man, I will say Mark might be familiar with this one. That's all I'm saying about this one.
Sample C hint is this whiskey is our survival. So we have home, language,
Our voice.
yeah, and survival. Home, voice, survival. We like to toffee and brown sugar.
Yeah, a barbecue for me. There's this one's a little smoky.
Mm-hmm.
There's some dark chocolate here.
The way you come up with this, guys, just so you know, is like mind-boggling. I'm pretty sure I'm like president of the YDB Wifey Club at this point, and we're all like, we all smell it and we all like try it, and we have no idea what you guys are doing over here. So
definitely, Jason always says that he puts it in front of his wife, and she says, "Yep, it smells like whiskey." That's Jason, right? I think. Yeah. I'm
pretty sure we like because we like went to a Christmas party, and all of us were just like sitting around and like, I don't know, it tastes like whiskey, it smells like whiskey.
Except for Eric's wife, who was drinking the whiskey with us.
Yes, but.
All right, let's see.
She even said,
am I going too fast? Where are you guys still on C? I was getting ready to go into D.
Yeah, well, she even said it took her a while
to
like really figure it out. So Brian said he was also looking at Mark for C. When it says, my wife says the same thing. Yeah, it's like good. I don't know. It's just I'm sure like if I tried it more often, we've talked about how I really can't smell or taste anything anyway, but like maybe eventually. Jason says, congrats on 10K, and Patrick, thanks for the flight. I'm sick, so no drinking for me tonight, but I'm going to let this play in the background and watch it later. So I think it'd be interesting, Jason, to see what you think after the fact. Edward says, congrats on exceeding 10K.
Thank you.
Werther's is an interesting note. I can see it. And Jason is still on, or Jason Cronin is still on B.
I haven't seen MPH Junkie in here. You're in here, right, bud? Rick? Yeah, this one's giving me a wild ride. I'm just kind of going back and forth because this is really giving me some interesting notes on the nose. I thought this one was like dark fruit, like dark cherries and like blackberry type stuff. And then I get to this one and this is way more of that.
Patrick says MPH seems to have a little bit of trouble finding the chat. Oh, we have our first guess on a theme. Says at slug theme guess aged in
hot environments.
Yeah, sorry. I'm like trying to make sure I can read it, but the like little emoji, like do like a heart or whatever, is like right in the way.
Man, interesting.
Home, voice, and
I don't know what I have here, guys. I don't know what to guess this as.
Home, voice.
It's got a really nice color to it. And that is interesting.
Yeah.
That almost gives me bourbon. That almost gives me malt. It almost gives me rye vibes. Like that is complicated.
I say go back to A and see what you think. Is it different?
Yeah, dramatically. This is now giving me vibes. Wow. That baked note that I got on here is so much more present. The like fresh baked like pie crust or croissant, whatever that is. It's like butter all over a croissant now. He picked a pretty good blind here because I'm thrown for a loop. I think I know the theme, but I'm probably wrong because I always think I know things, but I don't. Ask my wife.
That's what we should like. You have like so you have like a bunch of shirts, right? That we've made. We should get one that says "I know things." Ask my wife, and then like
I think I know things.
And then I should have a shirt that says "He doesn't know things."
I like it. So far, I'm really digging C and D. And I like A and B, but C and D are just giving me so many interesting things going on that I'm really just gravitating towards those two. How about you guys? Do you guys have a favorite so far?
I do that wrong. Home voice survival elixir. Sorry, I messed that up. I don't know how
Oh yeah, what was? Oh yeah, our survival was. Wait. Oh yeah, what was Four's thing? What was
elixir.
Elixir?
Yeah.
Our elixir?
Our elixir. And then
Yeah. Ah.
also, yeah, so then Spirit Cocktail Assistant K is huge. Congrats, buddy.
Oh.
So while you do that, like I just remember like when you started this channel, like 1,000 was like a lot. And that was like we were like really looking for that. And then like 5,000 and now you're at 10,000.
Yeah, for my 1,000 subscriber special, I made an old fashioned with my 2 most expensive whiskeys. That was my celebration, and I got a fair bit of why would you do this in the comments. It was fair. It was a fair point.
All right, so we got some going for D, some going for C. And
yeah, I'm with you guys on there.
Mark Owen says A and D so far.
Yeah, the weird thing is I really liked A, and then when I went back to it after these, I don't even know what it is now. So I'm lost. I should stop drinking A because I'm going to run out of A, and then.
I think we've talked about it before. Is like depending on the order.
I got to make some sort of guess.
In,
it matters.
It matters. It really does matter.
Something that Mark taught me when I was tasting at the distillery there, he would always put anything that's smoked after anything that's not smoked, which is I find to be pretty interesting because I've found that when I've had something that's overly smoked, I will the next thing I go to I might not be able to taste as well because the smoke is kind of it overwhelms the palate. Not in a bad way. I love the smoky the mesquited whiskeys here in from Whiskey Del Bach for sure. I don't even have a guess for D. I'm at a loss for words on this one. We're leaving that blank for now.
All right. Rick says hello.
Oh, there you are, bud. So Rick does all of my merch. So he made this glass here. And if you ever want anything like this made, he's a really good resource for that. And yeah, drop your information in the comments there if you want any extra business, because he can make anything for you. Put it on a tumbler, put it on a Glen, put it on a rocks glass, put it on a whiskey Glen topper, put it on a put it on coasters. He can do anything, and he's super talented, super affordable, and awesome dude. So if you are interested in that, he can drop his information in the comments if he's interested in that. Maybe he doesn't need more business. I don't know. I'm going in for E.
Yeah, everybody's like D is like I think the favorite right now.
It's so wild. I don't even know what it is.
Honestly, like by like how much you drank compared to the other ones, I would probably agree with you. Like everybody.
There's been a few. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I shouldn't try to guess at this point.
They're all pappy. That's the thing. They're all pappy.
The theme is this blind cost Patrick $10,000.
Right. Sample E hint. The whiskey is our chronicle.
Chronicle.
We've got home, voice. Yeah, I'm trying to remember all of them.
Patrick.
Elixir.
I think I might have cracked your code. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
And chronicle. This is like very.
Seeing as how I knew there was a theme here, I probably should have listened to Patrick's favorite band a little bit before we did this. I used to listen to him a lot back in the day, but I haven't spun their music in a while. But my guess, Patrick, is a Me Without You theme. And if I'm the one that blows that, and halfway through the blind, and nobody gets the double points but me, oh well, sorry.
You get to enjoy all the pappy yourself. That's all I ask. Oh, okay. Rick's really digging C.
C.
Animal lots for distilleries. 20 sample E Canadian Club. Chronicles is 40 plus age statement Canadian Club line.
Oh wow. Oh.
He has a nice subtle cherry note.
Very, very like medicinal cherry, oaky. I actually think, man, it kills my other theme guess. So I will say that this kills my theme guess, my other theme guess. But I think I have a bottle guess for this too. I'm wrong, but I have a bottle guess for this.
I did not expect to hear a Me Without You reference in a whiskey stream, but I am pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I know that's Patrick's favorite band, and this is kind of vibing with the lyrics to a song that's somewhere in the back of my subconscious that's not really coming to the forefront. I saw them. I've only seen them live once, but I saw them, probably 15 years ago, and they were really, really fun. They were really fun live. And E might take the cake, but I'm still going back to D and C. So we'll have to see. But you guys know I'm a sucker for that oak punch. You guys know I'm a sucker for that medicinal cherry that you tend to get off of whiskeys that are 12 years and older. Or sorry, bourbons that are 12 years and older. You get that medicinal cherry note. You get that like heavy, like tannic oak thing. I tend to dig that. I tend to like the bourbons that some people would call over oaked. I do tend to dig those. I definitely think that's a bourbon, not finished. I know I'm giving you some of my guesses. It's not really a hint because I'm wrong about as much as I'm right. So.
Oh, Rick thinks he mixed up D and E. And then David says, "Congrats on 10K." Thanks, David. I think everybody's like on the D train.
Yeah, D was really good. D, C, and E, all really, really tasty. All right, well, you know what? It's always a good idea to go back through them. So
Drink your water.
So while we're going back through here, I would like you guys to drop a question. Anything you'd like to ask me, I will answer. Ask me anything. I have to answer honestly because I don't believe in lying. So anything you want to ask me, throw it in the comments. I will answer.
Do you still think B is rum finished? I don't think that's part of that. I just asked a question.
Hey, I said ask me anything. That qualifies as anything.
Also, theme guesses. Yes. Go for it. Guess the theme.
Well, he didn't say anything when I said the Me Without You thing. Whoa. It's kind of weird when you go back to stuff because I don't know if it's rum finished now. I got a lot of Dickel Minerals the second time going back to it. This Flintstones chewable morphine. Sorry, what were you saying, YDB wifey?
He said my lips are sealed.
Okay, that means I'm right. I was hoping you would tell me I was wrong so I could guess my other theme guess because I have two written down. Because there's two of them on here that I think connect to my other theme better, but I don't know. Oh, cherry cola on the nose here that I didn't get before.
I think your chihuahua wants to be a live stream.
Come here, Chihuahua. Trippy. Come here, bud. I'm gonna get my Chihuahua.
Regular releases, thoughts on them? They might be one of my favorite distilleries at the moment.
13th Colony regular releases? Is that what it was? Yeah, I actually, the bourbon I think is good. Maybe not great, but the price is really solid. Oh, sorry, I'm probably killing everyone's ears with the microphone. But the rye I think is substantially good. They do the French oak finish on their rye. The Southern rye is excellent. It's kind of like, I would say it's similar to Frey Ranch, where the bourbon I think is good, but I would way rather buy the rye and any of their like special offerings. That's how I feel about Frey Ranch. That's how I feel about 13th Colony.
So B is second go around is great. This is a great find, Patrick.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Is there a producer bottler that you feel is regularly deceptive or underhanded?
You know, I definitely do. Let's see. I guess I'm at a loss for words, but yeah, I definitely think there's a few of those. You know, I guess I'll highlight the ones that aren't, you know, people who source that aren't. So I would say people like Barrel Craft Spirits, Found North. They do a great job of being extra transparent about what they're doing, what they're blending. They do a great job. Like if you want sourcing done right, go to those two brands. As well as K. Luke does a great job. Yeah. So I would say go for one of those 3 brands if you're looking for something sourced and you want it to be, transparent about what they're doing.
Getting sweet off of B. A smells so different now. B is super cinnamony. Relates to smells like a beef stick.
C, I'm going to go ahead and say I 100% have this bottle behind me. I 100% have it, but I'm torn between 3 different bottles in my head. But I know I have it behind me. I'm like pretty sure.
Overlapping themes makes things interesting for us. I hate you for pointing that out. And Ben says it's almost like someone swapped out B when I wasn't looking. Okay, I'll take you. And then Domingo says he should have this Shimmy. I think Shimmy's are super cute. Ours is just a Chihuahua.
He does have the nice, fun story time. Come here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I like your story time.
We got him pretty early in our relationship. We got him right before we got married. Dude, you're on the microphone. You can't do that. Anyway, we got him, and very soon after we got him, there was a monsoon, and it took out my fence in the backyard. So I'm in the backyard trying to clean up the mess of the monsoon, and I just hear him screaming.
Yeah, he ran inside.
And he got bit by a rattlesnake on his face there. So that's that big scar. And luckily, a little shout out to Acoma Animal Clinic here in Tucson, Arizona, because I took him to the vet and they're like, thank you for bringing him here, because if you had brought him to an emergency vet, you would have been paying thousands of dollars for antivenom that he probably doesn't need. Here's the best part. You can still go get the antivenom if you think he needs it, but he doesn't. He just prescribed
corticosteroid, and he kept
steroids.
Labs. He kept an eye on him.
Yep.
It wasn't like he just was like, see you later. He definitely.
Yeah, he gave him steroids and antibiotics, and his face was the size of a beach ball for a couple days, and it slowly got smaller, and now he just has a scar. So, yeah, and he's a little stupid, maybe. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yes, but he's a sweet boy, and he loves his kids and his parents. Jason says, because yes, like the smell as soon as you pop some sugar processed meat. Clayton,
which one was that?
I think that was the one that was like the beef stick.
Which one? B?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm lost too. E has dry peanuts now. Mark got peanuts on E2. Oh, it was A was the beef stick. Thank you guys. I was trying to keep up with the chat, but it's like trying to figure it out all over the place. So A is the beef stick. I'm gonna do the reveals in Discord when YDB and everyone is ready, because he has screenshots, and let YDB see them out loud on the stream.
Oh, that might be a challenge for me to be able to pull up.
I was gonna say, or
because I have Discord on my phone, and my phone is what's recording this right now.
Yeah.
You asked me about that, and it was over my head. I'm sorry. But yeah, is everyone ready? I think reveals would be cool.
Or do you want to like? I don't know if you can log in on my phone. Really quick.
I don't even know what my password is on Discord, to be honest, but I can try.
Okay, Patrick says I'll reveal it.
Oh man, I'm changing E. I am changing E. I know what it is. I know what it is.
I was gonna say too.
Am I allowed to look at a bottle behind me to see what the proof is? Is that allowed? Yeah, because I don't know what's in here. It's a double blind.
I was gonna say it might be better to do it in here too. If you have somebody who does it afterwards and they're just watching the recording, then they can they may not know. But ready, but also not ready. So if you want to give it a couple minutes.
I'm also ready, but not ready. I just completely changed my E, and I know what this is. I am 100% confident that this is a bottle guess for me.
All right. Do we have any? I don't think we had any other theme ideas though.
Yeah. Also, ask me anything. So we have theme, and we have ask me anything. I'm probably wrong. It kills my initial theme. I'll go ahead and throw my initial theme out there. My initial theme was bottles somehow connected to Arizona. That was my other theme. So Arizona being the theme, but I'm still going with the me without you theme. That's the one I'm going to go with. Hopefully I don't get it, and hopefully I'm wrong, so somebody else wins a t-shirt. Well, somebody else will win a t-shirt. You just got to admit that I was better than you, and then I'll give you the t-shirt. Just kidding.
Bucks got a field goal. 3-0.
Who?
Bucks.
Oh, okay. 3-0. Riveting game. It's like a soccer score.
That's better than a soccer score.
Yeah, that's true. 0-0. And oh, sorry, I forgot. Patrick put this together, and he's a soccer fan.
Is it a soccer theme?
I don't think
Is
he's
it a
that
Ted
big of
Lasso-
a soccer
Is
fan.
it a Ted Lasso theme? Let's see here. Clayton wants to know, what's your everyday profession? He is an awesome stay-at-home dad.
I wish.
Just kidding.
I work retail. I sell groceries for a living. I'm a manager at a grocery store. And don't think that gets me extra bottles. Almost everything you see behind me, I didn't get at work.
Yeah, I didn't get it at work at all. Let's see here. My guess was desert or Southwest, but I doubt there's enough variety. I think like once you know the bottles, it'll probably click. Like, but without knowing that, it's like really hard to guess the theme. Maybe.
Yeah, I can tell you,
words.
I'm so close to a bottle guess on C and E. I swear. Maybe not. No, that's Mesquite. That's not Pete. That's Mesquite. That's not Pete.
Oh, no.
Well, anyway, how do we want to reveal this, Patrick? Since I'm dumb and I misunderstood what you were saying, I definitely think you could put the longer explanations of what everything is in the Discord, and then you could just give us what they are in the chat. Is that possible, or is that ridiculous? I'm so sorry, I misunderstood you.
Reveals incoming on Discord and then copy here. We'll go in order and pause between each.
Okay,
Start with
I like
A.
it. Hey,
Yeah, definitely Alfred. It's some kind of whiskey thing. There's something there.
and this kind of works if you put them at each one, then we can kind of figure out who has who has how many points on each thing. Because you guys will have to tell me how many points you're getting in each category, because there's a t-shirt on the line here, guys. I'm a fan of a YouTube channel where he goes around the entire globe eating food challenges, and almost all the stuff he gets is t-shirts. So, you know what?
That's a good deal. The question, I guess, is, do you want them to take a picture of their thing and post it to the Discord so that you?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that.
Or make sure you guys are telling the truth.
And are we ready? Is everyone locked in? I'll show mine here. It's terrible. It's bad.
So everybody take a picture of what you've got so far, and then or then post it to the Discord.
So I'll share my guesses right now. For A, for our home, my brain immediately when I tried this, and I know this is wrong now, but I don't know what to change it to, so I just left it, was that this was the maker's Nana's pick. I don't think that's right now, but the reason I said this was it just reminded me of that, and then our home, I was like, oh, maybe he's going for like an Arizona theme. Anyway, so that was what I guessed for A. And for B, I went with rum finished. I went with 105 proof. I went with bourbon. The best thing I could come up with was Voyage. I know this isn't Voyage, but that was my guess. C, I went with, for our survival, I went with, this is Whiskey Del Bach. I went with 100 proof. I went with, yes, it's finished. But I said Dorado. I know I own this bottle behind me. I'm like pretty sure I own this bottle behind me. So this is going to be one of the Whiskey Del Bach special releases, but I don't know which one. So I just guessed Dorado General. That for wow, there's so much Chihuahua hair on me. Oh my gosh, man, the dog was on me for like 2 seconds, and I'm covered in Chihuahua hair. Anyway, for D, I went with a Balcona single malt. I really don't know what that is, and I love it. I dig it. But I went with the Balcona single malt, 110 proof. For a bottle guess, I went with Balcona's Texas single malt. And then for E, for our Chronicle, I think this is Elijah Craig C923.
All right. So A is Frank August case study one Mizunara Japanese oak.
Okay.
The
That makes sense.
theme is our home, the soil, stone, forest, the natural world. The whiskey represents Earth.
Okay. I like it. Yeah, and that Mazanura finish, wow. The fact that you put that in there and it's like $150 bottle, thank you. You're awesome. This is really cool that you're able to throw this in there because this is a really good whiskey.
So not happy.
Danielle's, my wife's guesses for everything were Pappy for all 5. So
Yes.
so far she's 0-1.
0-1.
What do we got for B, bud? It's kind of funny. Like in my normal everyday like drinking buddy situation, even when I have a guest on here, I'm not nervous. But for some reason, a live stream makes me nervous. I barely drink any water. Whereas if I had a guest on here, this would be empty and I would already have gone to the bathroom to refill.
Yeah. All right. My normal plan of 95 proof. BT doesn't pan out with Patrick. Sample B is Old Dominic Station single barrel bourbon number 1594.
Old Dominic, okay. That's a bourbon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so for the first one, what was the proof on the first one?
And he didn't put down proof on here.
Can you put proof on there for the bottles, Patrick? Sorry.
Thank you. Sample B theme, a sharp wind or a gentle breeze. It gives us the means to use our voices and tell our stories. This whiskey represents air. Ooh.
Patrick is a dude.
You're a poet.
Dude, you're a poet, bro.
And you may not know it, or you do. I don't know. Sample A is 114 proof. Jason says B not being blows his mind.
I got 3 points on one. So B, I did say finished. It's definitely not Wild Turkey. It's bourbon though, right? What was the proof on B?
118.
Ooh, I only got 1 on B. Ouch. All right, so C. Where are we at on C? This is the one I've drank the least of because I felt like I knew what it was, but it's not an insult on this whiskey at all. This is probably my second favorite whiskey up here. Sorry, Mark.
A me without you fan a poet? Say it ain't so. Yeah, Rick didn't see that coming. 0-2.
Yeah, I would agree. B drank way under the proof for me. I wrote 105. Yeah, I would 100% agree. And meanwhile, E, I'm going to get wrong if it's not Elijah Craig barrel proof because I bumped the proof up just because I thought it was Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Here is your Del Bach. Sample C.
Distiller's Cut Summer 2023.
Yep. Got it?
I said I'm pretty sure I own this bottle. Nope, I don't. I don't own this bottle. Maybe that's why I wasn't able to get the. I have several Distiller's Cuts behind me, but I do not have that one. I need to just join their membership so that I get the Distiller's Cuts. I don't know. I haven't done that. I just buy them when I want to try them. I should probably stop that.
Super love to you, Mark. Awesome stuff that you guys make out there.
Yeah, Mark, if you're still with us.
He did like a little heart emoji thing.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. It's so cool that what do you guys do at Whiskey Del Bach? Like, I'm so sorry for the people who've never tried it before because a lot of people who don't like single malts would love single malts if you tried Whiskey Del Bach because that's how I got into them, right? I'm not a single malt lover except for a few distilleries. So for me, single malts are Whiskey Del Bach, Balcones, and then Stranahan's. That's how I became a single malt lover. And then also, I'm a fan of some of the Irish stuff. I'm still not a Scotch guy. I know that probably makes me a fraud in some of the whiskey communities, but in this particular whiskey community, that makes me an absolute I don't know, legend. I don't know. I don't think there's very many Scotch lovers in here.
Yeah, he said Abby did the blend and she absolutely crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason says this is my first Albach.
Oh, cool.
But he thinks it's banging. And then the sample C proof is 104.
Okay, so I get proof. I get Whiskey Del Bach. That's finished? Yeah, it's one of their special editions. I don't get the Dorado because I just did Dorado because I couldn't figure out which release it was. But I got 3 on there. Yeah, man, their special edition stuff that they do is so good. And then they have the 3 releases that they do every year, which is the Frontera, the Normandy, and the Ode d'Isla. And these are more readily available than the distillery cut. And these, like for me, I might actually like better than most of the distillery cut stuff. These are so good. So for let's see, this is their winter release is Ode d'Isla, and then the like spring-ish release is Normandy, and then fall-ish release is Frontera. I'm probably wrong about that, but anyway,
Mark will correct you in the comments.
yeah, he will. So Frontera's sherry finished, and the Normandy is Calvados finished, and then this year's Del Bach Ode d'Isla was rye finished. And I think this is like maybe the best bottle I've ever had from Whiskey Del Bach, which is a really big compliment because I love what they do. But at 110 proof, with that rye finish and the super smoky notes you get off what they're trying to do here, the rye barrel really just complements those flavors. So anyway, unintentional commercial for Whiskey Del Bach. Unintentional commercial for my buddy Rick's custom logo stuff.
No, we're gonna make people start paying. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Not
Not those guys.
Not those guys. Yeah. Sample D, Starlight Distillery Blueberry Port Finished Bourbon. It says refreshing rain and rushing streams. It is vital elixir. This whiskey represents water.
What was the proof?
It is
108.
108.3.
All I get on there is proof.
And Bucks 10, Eagles 0.
Yeah, Eagles suck. Like they haven't won a game, and they have not won a game in over a month. Why would anyone pick them? It's free money to bet on the Bucks. Anyway, all right. Yeah, this is fun. This has been really fun. Patrick, you did a great job with this one. The next one I'm going to try to put together, and I'm going to try to make it available to as many people as possible. So I'm going to try to do 1 ounce pours, and as many people are interested as many people as I will do. That might be a challenge because of the theme that I have in my brain, but at least 23 people will be able to do it, at least. But my thought in my head is, hey, if you're interested in doing stuff like this in the future and you're not a channel member, join. Become a channel member.
Ben G said, cheers, man. Congrats. Can't make the live stream, but I bet it's a good one. With the 2 beer emojis, which reminds me that they really need a Glencairn emoji. They just do.
They have like a rocks glass, which is what I usually put.
Yeah, but it's not. You don't drink out of a rocks glass.
I don't. I'm such a snob when it comes to whiskey. I judge everyone.
Is the next one going to be like the void? I'm just wondering. So we got air, we got water.
All right, so what's our last one here, bud?
Did we do wind? I can't remember that. No.
Overall theme incoming. Oh, did we do the last one yet?
Who left this white background?
Am I missing? Is
No.
the background white?
No, it was a Moulay did a Glencairn emoji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I made that. Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry. Channel members can leave a Glencairn.
Shout out to YDB Wifey, who does a lot of the graphic design. You do your thumbnails. I did teach you how to do that.
She does the t-shirts for the most part. So if you're interested in buying your Drinking Buddy t-shirt, sorry for commercials here. I don't mean it to be a commercial, but I'm yourdrinkingbuddy.com. She does the t-shirts over there.
Yeah. I'm like, and I think you're just doing that to like blame me because you did do some of the designs. I just made sure.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Tater t-shirt because I think you should embrace your inner Tater. Tater bottles are good. Oh, tater bottles suck. Why would anyone want a tater bottle? Yeah, tater bottles are good.
All right, so sample E is Booker Storyteller Batch. The theme is
No way.
culmination of all humanity's parts through which we tell our story. This represents life. Oh, that makes sense.
You know why? What's hilarious? Do you know why I changed this to Elijah Craig C923? I got so much peanuts off this the second time. I got so much peanuts that I was like, "This is Elijah Craig."
Wait, is the theme Captain Planet? Viking Bourbon.
Oh, I got bourbon. I got bourbon.
Bourbon says hello, as well as Old Pirate Bourbon.
I definitely didn't get 135 proof on that Booker's. I originally had it 107, but I changed it to 135 because I thought it was
Overall feeling, whiskey comes from the earth. It's a refreshing breeze or a warming fire. It's a relief from a hard day's work and spirited companionship among friends and fellows. This flight uses whiskey to represent the elemental pieces of life. I literally have a tattoo representing the theme and still didn't get it from Jason. All you would have had to do, like I didn't get it either. So, and
so D, I only gave myself 1 point on D, but I forgot about not finished, so I actually got 2 points there, and I got 2 points on the last one. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anybody beat 10? Hopefully somebody beat 10. Put your points. 10. Jason! See, you always call yourself an amateur. Bro, you're not an amateur. You just tied your drinking buddy, and I am certified a professional. I get paid to do this. Very little, but I get paid to do this.
See, Brian got 9. Moonlight says D is finished. Domingo says nope. Rick Cardell says
wait, D is finished?
That's Moonlight says D is finished. Then Rick says LOL, not a chance. Nope. I don't know. 9 points for me for Brian. Mark got 9.
B has to be sourced from Dickel, right?
D is finished in Blueberry Port. Moonlight says he got 10.
Remember when I was like, oh man, there's so much dark stone fruit here. I'm getting like blackberries and dark cherries.
He is finished, yes.
Yeah.
He is finished.
Yeah, it definitely is. So that's 1. So that's 9 for me. So, Jason.
B is sourced from MGP.
Well, that's the other problem. I think that so many whiskeys are blended between MGP and Dickel that often people will say, oh, I get that Flintstones chewable vitamins off of MGP, or sorry, off of Dickel. But maybe, are you sure you don't get it off of MGP too? Because I totally get it off of MGP too.
Are you talking about how I asked you if you wanted to drive by MGP when we were 30 minutes away, and you're like, no, we don't need to. We don't need to.
That's because I had other things in mind.
I know.
I had other things in mind.
I mean, you can't tour anything, so I guess that's part of it. But you still can drive by it and see the cool buildings.
Yeah, but I wanted to hit Buffalo Trace. I wanted to hit New Riff.
For sure.
And you were like, you can hit 2 distilleries, and that's it. That was your rules. Sorry, but yeah. So those were the 2 I chose in the area. I knew that Buffalo Trace was a drive, but you said 2 distilleries, so I just went with it.
Well, I think somebody asked before, and I don't think we ever answered that. If you had any plans to visit any other distilleries soon?
I definitely do. I would like to go back to New Riff. In fact, I definitely want to contact their single barrel provider person because I definitely need to be doing barrel picks. My first venture into barrel picks was not a favorable experience, and I won't trash anybody on that. In fact, the company that offered to do barrel picks with me was awesome. It was honestly the website that was going to handle them that just didn't work for me. They weren't bad. They didn't handle it poorly or anything like that. It was just there was a lot of risk in my there was a lot of risk for me, but no benefit at all, other than just giving barrel picks to you. But if you don't buy said barrel picks, the risk was huge. Like I have to buy, 200 bottles if nobody's interested. At full retail, and that's a challenge for me. Whereas New Riff does things a little different. I can buy a much smaller barrel pick, and so New Riff will probably be the first barrel pick from your drinking buddy.
I Brothers thing.
And then if you're in,
Director and Cody Fry are going to be in Cincinnati at some point this year. So. Anyway, so
hey, I'd be down for that.
yeah.
I would also throw out there that
Ben
if you're in Arizona, really quick, if you're in Arizona, I'm still doing barrel picks with Nana's Kitchen. So I'll give you an example. Nana's Kitchen did this Migos pick. It's the private selection that they did. You know, I was part of that. They did two picks from Barrel Craft Spirits. So I was part of those, you know. So, you know, if you're in Arizona, sorry, this is the stuff that I would normally cut. But anyway, if you're in Arizona, you know, you can get picks that I did. But soon there will be coming picks that are just me. Hey, you know what? I shouldn't say just me, because I would definitely include Nana's Kitchen in any picks that I do, because they have done so good for me.
Yeah. Ben Lake got 6. Domingo got 7.
So Jason, I feel like right now you're the winner, Jason.
Yeah. Patrick said some hidden hints to the theme. Check the sticker colors on the sample bottles. And also, not quite a hint, but samples F and G represented day and night, or light and dark. Moo got 10 as well.
Okay. All right. So we might need a tiebreaker.
Or you use two shirts.
Well, thank you for volunteering me for 2 shirts. I was going to make them guess like trivia questions or something. Jahan.
Jahan.
Mm-hmm. It might have been the best pour of the night, other than the, I think C was my favorite of the night. But other than C, I think that was the best pour of the night. And I did really enjoy E. You know, that's the thing. So many people sleep on Booker's, but Booker's is good stuff.
Mm-hmm. You okay there?
I am. To be perfectly honest, I've been on antibiotics, so I haven't drank in a few days. So
you drink lots of water.
I will be drinking lots of water.
Lots of water.
And yeah, this will be all I'm drinking tonight. You know, that's the thing. That's the other thing, is a lot of people will comment on my videos and say things like, how do you not get trashed when you drink your videos? Well, I mean, you know, normally I'm doing like four glasses in one video.
Yeah.
You do 4 ounces. That's all you need for the night. You're done.
For sure.
But
Patrick says, Mark B, I didn't want to say anything because that's spoilers, but I love the Summer Distillers Cut, dude. And like also C was his favorite of the night. And see, at one point y'all were like, D is where it's at. Now you're going back to C. So
you know, the more I drank on D, the more I drank on C, D, and E, the more I liked E and C better. So
Rick says, FYI, if you find the Fortuna, I can't read that. Sorry, the heart's in the way.
Fortuna barrel proof, it's fire.
Oh, nice. Fortuna is like basically Harry Potter.
Fortuna. Man, I'm sorry, Rick. I'm dumb right now. I feel like I should know this.
Well, maybe it's the whole point. You gotta find it.
I gotta find it.
It's rare character putting out heaters.
Hey, rare characters doing good stuff for sure.
Yeah.
And they're pretty transparent about what they're blending and putting together as well. So that kind of goes back to that question that I got earlier, where people are like, "What do you recommend for people who, you know?" That's what I would say. Rare character, what they're doing is pretty good. They're putting where they're getting their stuff from, and they're doing a good job. Well, drinking buddies, I really appreciate every single one of you guys. What do we have anyone that got higher than 10 points?
Patrick does say for posterity, his favorite was a tie between A and D.
I was C and E. I was C and E. I think C won it for me, but
I think I think I did the best of the night. 0 for 0. Or,
definitely YDB wifey going for all glasses being pappy. It was a wild move. No one expected it.
Yep.
But she definitely did not get it.
Definitely nope.
But yeah, this has been really fun. I couldn't do any of this without you guys. Every time you guys like, every time you guys subscribe, you're making this thing possible. And I just really appreciate every single one of you. And man, Mark, thank you for you especially, because you have been one of my bigger supporters. Starting out, you're a master distiller and you've been a fan of what I do for a long time. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of my channel members. And if you want to do things like this in the future, just click the link to become a channel member. Hey, you do it for a couple months. It's not for you. I will not be upset if you leave. Anyway, drinking buddies, thank you so much for watching. I think that Muliolite and Jason tied, and my wife was like, oh, just give them both a t-shirt. So I think I am obligated to give them both a t-shirt. So we will probably do that. But if anyone else can show that they did better than 10, we'll go that route. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. You guys rock. I just really appreciate all of you. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.